and guided the group with such unassuming conviction that nobody noticed he was their driving force. Now in his 70s, keeps going strong, poses film scores, and makes appearances when the timing is always with the same unhurried, unassuming manner. Many of his contemporaries, however, retired or faded into nostalgia-driven reunion tours for him. Truthful music is both what he required and what he has finally. But how does a quiet, unassuming man become one of the most significant artists of the Newcastle lad to the position of greatest guitarist of all time? Why does he keep saying no to a reunion that millions are hoping for, even while they're in grave straits? Come with us as we delve into the life of Mark Knopfler, the man whose early stories remain one of the most memorable, even though he talked very little. Though he was born on August 12 in Glasgow, Scotland, Mark Freuder Knopfler's family moved to Newcastle not long after. A change in geography wasn't the only thing that happened. As a result, young Mark entered a world of cultural norms, and an enduring of alienation would define his formative years. Erwin Knopfler Sr. was an architect who had escaped fascism sanctuary in England during World War II. Louisa, his mother, was a teacher in England. Instead than talking about football or television like the other kids his age, where people were quite intellectual and the focus was on literature. With his mixed heritage as a refugee and his upbringing, he preferred to sit on the sidelines and watch rather than get involved. Looking back, he would characterize himself as someone who was never truly welcomed, who was always on the periphery, and who went unrecognized. However, it was at that very edge location that a new dimension, the dimension of sound, was revealed. Knopfler listened enthralled to the radio broadcasts by his family from the time he was a little boy. His heart belonged to B.B. King's unvarnished blues. King, the languid, introspective lyrics of Chet Atkins, and the rustic, American country sound, genres that were foreign to post-war Britain. Though they communicated in a way that Mark grasped on an innate level, nobody in his impoverished family saw him having a career in the arts. But love doesn't wait for approval. Mark purchased his first electric guitar, a Hefner Super Solid, with the savings he had amassed at the age of 15. He learned to play on his own. Instructions and guides were non-existent. It was just him in his bedroom for hours upon hours of imitating licks from old records, gradually refining the finger-picking technique that would later become his distinctive trademark. Growing up, Knopfler looked up to his uncle, a semi-professional musician who instilled in him a love of boogie-woogie piano and the importance of attentive listening. Music, Mark learnt from Dad, was more than simply noise. It could convey feelings, evoke memories, and express things for which words fail. A quiet, unremarkable child named Knopfler discreetly pursued a different dream than his friends, who aspired to be football players or factory workers. Not to become famous, but to exist in the music industry without being